Okay, let's make sure everything's working. Okay, perfect. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great start to your Saturday so far. We are playing some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And on Wednesday, we found Chihiro's body. So that really sucked. I was really bummed. I like Chihiro. So today we're gonna find who did done dude it. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna give it another minute or two and see if anybody hops in and joins us. And yeah. Week's been pretty quiet on my end, at least. I've mostly been prepping for my con, which reminds me, let's see, what is it? It's August 9th, and let me pull up my calendar. August 9th and August 12th, I will not be streaming. I will be away for a convention during that time period. Wednesday is mostly my last day for prep and just hanging out with my husband before I leave. And then Thursday we leave for the convention, which will go the whole weekend. And I'm really looking forward to it. I go every year. It's a doll convention. I collect ball jointed dolls, and it's one of my favorite conventions I go to every year. And I've got some new stuff I'm bringing. We have a vendor table, so I have a few things I'm bringing to sell, including some new things that I'm really proud of and excited about. I've been working on my sewing skills, which has been really exciting. I made some bags that I'm really proud of, so I'm very excited about that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the game, and yeah, let's go ahead and go. Yes, we got our detective hat on, our very stylish hat that we found in the dumpster. I think the sound should be a lot better. Hang on. Discord. Should not be any sound from Discord. Let me double check and make sure noise is coming through. Testing, testing. Okay, perfect. I was worried my sound just got screwed up again. Did not want to deal with that again. Okay, yes, here we go. Chihiro's body. Oh. For now, pay attention to the wall. Huh? I said it once already, there's a word written there. On the wall? Yeah, okay. I guess we gotta look at this first. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. Oh, hey Jade, welcome in! We just got started. Oh, that's right, Chihiro had mentioned that the mastermind was potentially this, serial killer that had been on the news. Like a ghost attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack, that was it. The murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings. Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school? There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I'm surprised at their stupidity. I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. What is it now? Toko! Hina was pointing at toward the entrance towards the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No, why? 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 Oh, she is freaking out. Gudunk. She fainted. That did not sound good. Toko. Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up. Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood. Oh, there's no in-game sounds? Hang on. Oh, you're right. Hang on. Let's see. Okay, that should be coming through. Why is it not picking up noise? Hang on. Okay, how about now? Why is my sound coming through my Discord label? I had muted it because I thought it was picking up noise from Discord somehow, but I think it might actually be picking up the game noises. Hang on. Okay, weird. Okay, instead of it coming... I don't know what's happening now. For some reason, my game sounds are now coming through my mixer labeled Discord instead of my headphones like they normally do. They're probably pretty loud though, because that Discord volume's up pretty high. How's that for volume? Is that too quiet, too loud? So she's hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? Okay, it's perfect, great. I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like, on purpose. Ah, so since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count. Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if she'd hear her. As if she'd heard her. Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. What the fuck is that face? In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. What the fuck? Like, seriously, what? Sorry about that, I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only— Oh, she's not stuttering. Toko, are you okay? I'm fine, I'm fine. Is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Oh my god, she's lost it. She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. Is she the murderer? This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eye seems strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being. I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me? If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? She totally ignored me. Very well, you take care of the girl and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second, rushing to an investigation. The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat.
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course.
Right as rain. But don't take it as a bad thing, it's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works. Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed? A fellow classmate? What, does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. The fuck? Actually, I don't have any either, sorry. God, he's so weird. Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum. Allow me to present the next Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya later.
So please do your very tip-top best on this investigation.
No way.
Do we really gotta do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends, having to suspect all our other friends.
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore. I hate it too. I've had enough. I'm getting out of here. Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. Dude, seriously? You are very enthusiastic about all of this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What?
What, do you want to die?
Such.
Fine, then go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space.
Damn you.
A dead body is an object?
Piece of shit.
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat some into you.
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what oh god, I hate his name so much. Byakuya said. Kyoko,
Because
if we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. If Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
that's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
What?
Forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. If any one killing game... Oh, in any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people.
Huh?
What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually,
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would all be over, right? The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
so
In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
hey!
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. You could call him Tagami instead. I guess that's true. Just one would totally murder that possibility. Oh god, he made a murder pun.
Punishment is waiting for
Farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we kill up to 2 if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger,
Interesting.
which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch.
You need to shut the fuck up. Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room. Nice, I'm gonna get dropped off. Man, she
There's
is
nothing to be done.
out of it. She's one cracked egg. If we have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation toot sweet. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that it?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. Okay. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Alright, added to the truth bullet section. Hey Makoto, do you have a second? That's weird, he's asking to talk to us. He normally just tells us to get away. Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course, life without purpose is quite dull, you know? So, what did you need? I'm gonna let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Oh wow, how generous. Thank you, Tagami. Because I'm not gonna keep saying your name. The BY always seems to kind of throw me off for some reason.
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talents which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, you seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. He is a douche. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. Usually you're inviting me to come with you. You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I like how he doesn't, like, give me a choice. We didn't even, like, discuss my fee or anything. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Tagami on this one. He's like, I'm gonna buy your talent. He didn't even, like, offer me anything. Like, actually offer. Like, I mean, I don't think he has anything to offer, but, you know, he could have tried. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon? I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Okay, let's see here. More blood. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. Oh look, it got on the wall too. Why is this poster also in the girls' room? The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but we're still not sure if he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. I didn't mean to click on that. Okay, so I can talk to everybody, it looks like. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to get stronger? Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But does she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help but wondering what it might be. Mondo's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Was she really even exercising that late? Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. Instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night? Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret? But that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Already? New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. I know, I miss working with Kyoko. She was a lot nicer. So this is our next location. This place is related to the investigation. Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Maybe this gun was used to... No, impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would be riddled with holes.
Yeah, sorry to have a fucking computer, but...
There are a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf, which have nothing to do with the case.
Yeah.
Oh, but I did find a coin.
Alright,
Let's see here. A flotation donut. I don't think it's related to what happened to Chihiro. But I did find another coin. Nice. If I remember right, this card reader's meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct? If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer hasn't been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Loaning it is. Taking it isn't. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Tagami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, that means someone would have to loan it, so, so sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Tagami and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest of your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. I hate him so much. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader's been added to the truth bullet section. I miss working with Kyoko. She was a lot nicer. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? That does not surprise me. Alright, what can we look at? Quite a few things. The hunk of metal blocking the entrance seems like some kind of machine. Alright. Basically identical. They probably say the same thing. Surveillance camera, and there's what I can only assume is a gun attached to it. It's so chilling. Okay, he does not say anything. This probably says something the same thing. Yep. Alright, there's other stuff in here. Anything new about the mailbox? Oh, there is! It's an e-handbook! There's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Did you know these were here, Tagami? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Ooh. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. So you should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I see, yeah, now I understand.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. Oh god, do we have to see this again? The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Oh god, stop saying hey. What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does.
I can't hear
But
you.
it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. I mean, it might matter to the case. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Not quite? Okay, then where are we going? Okay, enjoy your lurk, thanks for hanging out. Hold on, there's still more here waiting to be checked. Oh, there is. Okay, cool. I mean, there's the screens. Now we looked at these. Anything over here? Was there more in this? No. Basically, this is just kind of covers what we just went over. Okay, do we just talk to Leon again? What do you mean by that, Tagami? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. But we don't even know if this is actually Genocide Jack. It could be a copycat. Then you really think that you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder, but words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Okay, but like, where? Okay, that's right.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Oh, I have a basis to believe that. I assure you Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Is something like that really? Ah, hey you two! Big trouble, need your help.
I don't have time to play with
We're
you.
busy, leave us alone. But it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me! This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency! An emergency? What happened? Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Tagami?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we could take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me repeat. Yeah, you already said it. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Let's see, Toko's room. Oh, it's right here. Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency. Can I go in? Do I have to talk to them? You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lie down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out. She kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, pulling yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Is she the murderer? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time, when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Tagami? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Oh, I know who. Your tsundere wants you. Hey, Tagami, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Tagami? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Tagami stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
what do you want?
Leave me alone, you're all so annoying. Bacula? She called him Bacula.
Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Tagami couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Tagami, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well, then let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Tagami sped away. Tagami? And I hurried to catch up. Is Hina gonna die next? I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Alright, what do you gotta show me, dude? There's no point checking there, we need to find real clues. I mean, I was trying to talk to you. This is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Okay, do I have to find it then? Alright, what do we got? There are no clues there, we need to check elsewhere. Okay, we have the letter. I accidentally... Okay, there's this lamp. Dude, give me a minute to just look at everything. Oh, wait, is it the letter? Oh, wait, no. Alright, what do we... Confused, what have I not clicked on? There's the letter, the camera, the door, TV, lamp, desk, shelf, Byakuya, shelf, and then shelf. I've clicked on everything. What do you want me to click on, dude? Got mad when I clicked the lamp. Security camera. The TV. The door. Oh, that's not the exit? Oh, okay. And you know what? No, I guess not. The exit's a double set of double doors, isn't it? But remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Okay, that's another room then. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Alright, we got a few things to click on. It's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Alright, we got another lamp. Which will snap at me at. Oh, it's desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Tagami using in the library before.
what?
You have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. You have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. Why is it in a school archive, then?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power, the secret council controlling everything from the shadows. What, are you a conspiracy theorist now? If you're ready to be disappeared for, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. And there's the shelf behind Tagami. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They are not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show you just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you read all these documents in more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Members of the Tagami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How's that possible?
So in other
I already
words,
told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. we should kill Tagami. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. No, seriously, we should kill Tagami. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Oh, excuse me, I was up really early this morning. Tagami's actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. What always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. And no wonder you're kind of fucked up. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing their reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Tagami grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack case oh my goodness, excuse me. Suddenly just yawning. The Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. I don't find the game boring. I woke up really early this morning. So I'm a little sleepy. I actually might take a nap after stream, I think. Because there's so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. The Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer is really walking among us. Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I would not count, I mean, it's one thing to have to worry about one of your classmates potentially killing you. It's another to have, like, an actual serial killer running around in the school. I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you my... I hate him so much. I hate him. We should kill Tagami. Let's play the game. Let's actually play the game the way Monokuma wants us, and let's kill Tagami. Because he sucks, and he's a dick. Tagami, about that Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, he didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Okay, good. He didn't make us do anything weird. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Damn, that must be a horrifying file. I mean, I guess we know it is. It belongs for a serial killer. Tagami handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Oh, cool, we get to see them. That's great. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Soji Gaku, 23, Kano Isai, 14, Takeshi Yoshida, 30, Komatsuna Taro, Takafumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Uto Yumajima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was written in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page... Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night, or during the holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Why do people...
So in other words,
You know, split personality doesn't necessarily mean somebody is going to be violent. The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. That's a stereotype. A split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Tagami. As usual, Tagami turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too, and the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Okay, we are on the top floor, so the locker rooms are a good first stop. Oh, Hifumi's here. We can ask him too. Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet. But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Okay. Oh good, Kyoko's here. Hi, Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking, but I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then.
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing. That's definitely worth worrying about. Oh, I wonder where that could be. Alright, Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. Put it on. Let's grab our magnifying glass. Our very super functional magnifying glass. Is that turning on correctly? Yeah, there we go. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope is used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug. Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Well, the one thing I'm most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Okay, Genocide... what is that? That's F1, I think, right? Is it in Truth Bullets? Here we go. I think it's because everybody was kind of suspended using blades, right? They kill the same way. And she was clearly done up with an extension cord. No, I don't want to go to the pool. Oh, there is? Okay. Don't rip it all. Only thing that concerns me. Alright, victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body. Same scissors that were later used to attach him to the wall. Stab wounds, scissors. Constantly used by scissors. Okay, am I allowed to leave now? Okay, I guess not. These guys say anything else? Okay, no, this is just his thing one more time. She's already told us. Alright, now can I leave? Alright, let's... Oh, here we go. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Right, I noticed that earlier. I was curious why it was in the girls' room, because the boys' locker room had the exact same poster. Yeah, so is it missing from the boys' locker room? That's not the poster we had. This poster, it's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. That reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's something definitely strange about all this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. What is this? There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Chihiro was in the boys' locker room. Oops, didn't mean to come in here. You know what? I do recall somebody telling me that there was a trans character in this game. I'm wondering if that must have been Chihiro. Somebody who knows about the locker rooms. That would be Sakura would know about that. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys and girls locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Sounds disgusting. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. Stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier and the stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with. So the murder didn't happen in the girls' room, it happened in the boys'. Let's see. We can ask Hina about the posters, maybe. And there was something odd about that one lamp in the library. Let's check it out. Like, doesn't that plug look weird? Oh, okay, click on the lamp itself. Oh, the lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see, it's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. The last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. Tagami was using an extension cord. There's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Okay. So now do we need to go look at the... Oh, gosh, I keep accidentally clicking on doors thinking it's going to take me, like, back out to where I was, and it's not gonna. I need to remember to hit the R button. Oh, there's still more I need to check. Okay. Oh, do I need to actually check this, the box that it was in? What's up here that I can click on? Is that like a screen? Oh no, it's one of the cameras. The desk lamp. Tagami grabbed that one thing from over here and put it over there. Sure is dark over there. I know it was around here somewhere. It's gone! Did someone take it out of the archive? I'm the only one who would do something like that. I can't think of anyone but Tagami. Alright, let's go look for Hina. I wonder if she's still by Toko's room. Then we should look for Celeste too. I think... Oh gosh, Taka, Jesus. Might as well see if he's got any info. Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. He's like one of the few, I mean, he's annoying, but he's like one of the few people I can see not killing anybody. Right. Celeste was by the warehouse, but also somehow not by the warehouse. Oh no, yeah, that's okay, there she is. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing and has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supplies to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What, really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What
What
are
it-
you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose, bitch! So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. The strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. You know, there was a locker in the bathhouse. Just want to check it out real quick. Okay, it's still open. Okay, nothing inside. I wonder if there's anything in Toko's room. Where's Hina? Toko, I want to talk to you. Just leave her alone. No, don't leave her alone. I have suspicions. Alright, let's check trash. Is it locked still? Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything unusual. Okay, but where's Hina? The tracksuit's in the laundry room? Oh good, there's Hina. Oh Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out and she just keeps mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry. But don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created, outer space and donuts. She's adorable. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with? Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Oh wait, no, we're done. Crap. Okay. Boo.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
My god, be more patient.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
I don't wanna. The red door is right through here. Okay, so it seems like Toko maybe did it. That's my assumption, at least. It's not as obvious as the first case was. So is everyone ready to what? Am I blind or are we missing someone? Oh, did Toko not come?
Yo.
Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember? Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible. Whew, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get the show on the road. Man, that bear must be strong if he dragged her here. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. So Leon's book, if it's not turning on, it must be the one that was used to get to the boys' locker room. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone's standing right here. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with a heavy clunking sound deeper and deeper into the ground. And as I went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good, good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get the show on the road.
thrills,
Everyone,
chills,
please, find your assigned
thrills.
seats. So the curtain opened once again, and a deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Yes, I would like to save, please. Thank you all. Alright, let's set our skills. We should have, I think, at least one or two more. Okay, we got Robot Jock. Melodious voice. Okay, here we go. Vocabulary. Increases bullet capacity. That's good. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. 4. So we can't use both. Let's... What's Robot Jock do? Truth bullet rate of fire. Increases bullet capacity. We'll go with this one. Alright.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
crap.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that was it.
No, that's wrong. Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Well, how else are you gonna figure out what did it?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Good luck and have fun. I think I'm on, like, the normal mode, so I think we will get white noise.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Oh, crap.
Hey, so
Ah.
speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is.
Dude, seriously? Alright, basically, I mean, I knew what to shoot, I just missed.
Genocide Jack.
Because of the white noise.
Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
Wait, I thought I used my silencer.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Got it. There we go.
No, that's wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Oh my god. No, not boob lust, you idiot.
No. It's actually
Oh my god.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Fucking boob lust.
Never
Jesus
made
Christ,
public?
Ifumi.
What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, if I'm not mistaken, has to do with the positioning of the body. And it's how they're positioned.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the
For
killer
anybody just
suspends
joining
the
us,
body in a certain
we
way.
are in the class trial portion of Chihiro's murder. I think Toko did it. but we will find that out soon. I mean, they're saying like Genocide Jack, but I think it's basically Toko.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying
Dun 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 dun!
is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Yeah, called it.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
I will say, I really wish people would stop using disorders as like an excuse for violence. Like, oh, Toko's got split personality disorder, or at least that's what the police case classified it as. So obviously this other personality must be violent. Like, that's an awful, hurtful stereotype, and I wish people would stop doing that. Toko has like, yeah, okay, she said what she said.
Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why has this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Hangman's Gambit. Oh, this is one. Oh god, how do we do this part again? Do I have to like did I miss a letter? Okay, I have to like knock it out. What oh no. Am I? Oh god.
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior. I mean, her behavior did change.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
We already read all this.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
Also, you did kill somebody, so that, like, kind of honestly null and voids it.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Ugh!
Oh, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the heck?
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality.
Ugh.
So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? We should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
I feel so bad for Hifumi, kind of stuck standing next to this right now.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine.
Wait, she didn't do it?
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's
Wait, really?
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Wait, then did Takami do it? He knew how it happened. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Tagami knew how Genocide Jack killed. And he's been followed around by her, like absolutely stalked by Toko.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Status of the dead body.
Give it up. You killed her.
Wait, crap. Okay, I just have to focus on remembering Chihiro's body. That must have the answer. Did I just miss?
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches.
They are different. Dude, did he actually do it?
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same?
Oh.
I'm not so sure about that.
He did do it. Because, okay, he knew how Genocide Jack killed. Oh, that's smart. He knew how Genocide Jack killed. He knew Toko was Genocide Jack, or had a theory at least, that she had basically confirmed. He knew she would probably not realize it was her. Leon's won't turn on. He knew those were there. Oh.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
Also, Toko's been, like, harassing him, following him around, claiming she... basically just being a creepy stalker.
But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Alright, in the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach.
I got it!
The fatal injury.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Ah, that is creepy.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right, the second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you'll see the clear difference. What was used to suspend her?
I got it!
Yeah, he used the cord.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Did she just call me Big Mac?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as...
They were all men, weren't they?
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
It's just gonna read off all their names again.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Oh my god, does she eventually kill, like, the guy she has crushes on?
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the movie side of me just hates it.
Oh god.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-blood fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of a one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
Ha!
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
It's a school and they have a warehouse full of crap.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Uh-oh.
Da-da-da-da!
Oh dear.
She's fully equipped. That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime.
Oh dear. That's concerning.
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
Oh my god. There's an armed serial killer in the school.
All of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. The rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Yeah, okay. I was pretty sure Toko did it, or her Genocide Jill. But, okay, now I'm leaning towards Tagami, I think. Since he was the only other one who knew who Genocide Jack Jill was, and knew that it was Toko.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Tagami knew. Actually, hold on, there is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Let's see here. Where is he? Oh yeah, I love that he's still an option even though he's dead.
Here's my answer.
Like, what would happen if I had just picked Leon? Like, yeah, let me just pick the guy who's already gone.
Possible you could have found out. Isn't you'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami?
We already knew Mr. Tagami wanted to play this game.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Yes,
and I
because you
must
suck.
act. When would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker rooms, they're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Okay, truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. Memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Good luck and have fun. Okay, let's see what we can find.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it.
Oh my god, shut up, Hifumi.
Reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you.
Alright, how did it... Wait, did it actually say how to activate the flashback? Oh, did we actually, like, confirm that yes? I mean, we knew that the murder actually happened in the boys' room. Okay. So I guess we'll shoot it there.
Oh, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Oops. Oh crap, wrong thing. Dang it.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Wait, how do I...
He was acting weird... how?
if you're presented with...
Hang on. Can I not bring up, like, my settings to bring up how I do that again? Concentration, fast forward. Influence gauge, focus gauge. Weak spots. Hold down the left mouse. You can always. Oh, okay. I just have to hold it down. Okay.
That's a natural reaction. The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya, but he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out,
That's a natural reaction. The victim was Chihiro.
I thought I...
So, of course, I would suggest we check. There was no time. What's so strange about
Okay. Okay, I think I see...
Byakuya was like he was acting.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out, then
That's a natural reaction. The victim was Chihiro. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for point. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy. The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker
Okay, wait,
room
I'm
first.
confused.
There was no time for pointless
How does this work?
what's so strange? I wish you'd taken me with you.
Is that not what I'm supposed to use? You target a weak spot and then hold down the left mouse button. You can use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet in the argument. These flashback bullets will disappear as soon as you use them. Okay, so it only uses... Okay,
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check
Maybe
out
this is
the
it?
That's a natural. The victim was Chihiro.
Is that it?
That's wrong.
Okay, I think that was it.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Oh yeah, I hadn't considered that.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with his attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Tagami is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? The library desk lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, it's wrong.
Gotcha.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room. Then
Nope,
hung her
boys'
up
locker
and wrote
room.
a bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Sure. Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime.
Well, he's insisting it was in the girl. Oh, maybe it wasn't Tagami.
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya just said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. Scene of the crime, Genocide Jack's presence, or the extension cord. Scene of the crime.
You killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Okay, wait, Tagami looks confused. Maybe it wasn't him.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of it.
Oh, wait, man, now I'm confused. Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Tagami, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe he never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys and girls' locker room. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so they want the posters first. Or not? Oh, here we go.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
You don't know, maybe they like the boy band.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the screen was scrubbed away. It was moved. Okay, now we can use the boys' locker room carpet.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the
Oh, we never found
device.
Chihiro's e-handbook.
But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Wait, you knew?
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Yeah, we didn't find her missing e-handbook before the time limit went up. Oh, the broken one!
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Nope, that was not it.
Shoot!
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really...
She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used to think I was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
And now everybody knows it.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook! The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring!
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya!
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it? Really? Still, I don't know what else I can do. Oh, did you find it?
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and That's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Stupid bear, I hate him.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
And where are we off to? So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was... Oh, where did she find it?
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully?
Oh my god.
Like using our hands?
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
What does that matter?
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Oh my god.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl
Is what?
is a boy!
Fuck off, she's a girl.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
What?
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that
Girl.
certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
They're just gonna completely misgender her now for the rest of the game. Thought had never even crossed my
And
mind.
because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Well, I really don't know who killed him killed her. Who did the killing?
Okay, well, connected or clear
Killed them.
or whatever. We still
Killed
think
her.
you're the killer, remember?
Didn't mean to misgender her right there. I said killed him, and it sounded like I said killed him. And I just realized how it sounded. But Chihiro is a girl. That was clearly how she identified. And I wish they would stop calling her a boy.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya is the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
So why mess around with the body?
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord.
Wait, what if it was just an accident?
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time
What are you,
being.
grading me?
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
Seriously, dude?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without...
I don't fucking know.
Seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Chihiro keeps talking about how weak she was and how she wanted to get stronger. What if it was just an accident? What if she just dropped it?
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Who's the real killer who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means... Killer is likely a guy.
I got it!
Since Leo's handbook's apparently broken, the killer would have to use their own. It had to have been a guy. Celeste's account.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
Oh, I missed.
It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Okay.
Isn't there a single clue that
Clues are. Did nobody get a look?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer.
perhaps someone saw the victim at some
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind
Is that
of
not it?
Shoot! Isn't there a single clue that might lead us?
That was not it? Oh my god. What is it then?
Shoot! Isn't there a single clue?
Did nobody get?
I'm sure if someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at
Yeah. All we need right now is any.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the killer? And only. And it's not like.
Ah!
Game over, man.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue?
Did nobody get?
I'm sure if someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at
Yeah. All we.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Any one of those could have been it, honestly.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Or
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever. Just hurry up and tell us.
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Track jacket and a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
because it would have been in the boys' locker room.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
I better get going, I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with well enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvel!
No, it wasn't Mondo, was it?
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Is it Mondo?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become
Track
obvious
bag.
who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Why? You want to
track down some fingerprints or something?
Oh, I mean, Mondo offered to help, didn't he?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say.
You've got a track jacket, but we don't think it's a girl who did it.
Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
See, so it was blue, right?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to
Oh
figuring
man,
out
I don't know
who
what to
the
do
culprit
here.
is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
No. What, who said?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out
Did
who the culprit is?
Taka didn't tell us what his tracksuit was.
Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Was it
On his way, so next we have, why did he choose this?
What do you mean?
I got it!
was it Mondo's
The
statement?
killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit.
No, he's wrong.
I guess it was Mondo? No.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. Cause, okay, she didn't specify the color.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Oh no, why is it always my favorite character who did it?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry.
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see
just by chance.
Why is your tongue like that?
I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran
Man,
into
I
him
liked
briefly,
Mondo.
you couldn't.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
Man, I was way off on this
That's
one.
a good question. There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happen to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Oh, that's right. He said he had something.
Friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly,
Just say what it is.
might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away?
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
Oh, is that the missing e-handbook?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Exploiting a bug, hitting its... Okay, we know it has a weak point.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it! You knew it? Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Fascinating.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Then Mondo's must be broken too.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Mondo's is broken.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
It was Mondo. He went in there fully clothed, like an idiot.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold up! You've got it all wrong! He would never kill! I don't accept this! Show me the proof! The actual solid proof!
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Did I? What's my evidence? Does the card reader actually...
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said was right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
No, that's wrong!
Then show it to us.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
Oh, they can't turn it on, so he has Leon's.
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your
Nope, he borrowed it.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning?
Oh, is it comic book time?
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Okay, let's see. That one. Oh, hey, Jade, welcome in. We are reenacting everything. We're at the comic finale here. Honestly, me too. Freaking weirdo. Oh wait, no, not that one. And then that one, I think? Alright, I think I got that. Tell you what, they really had me. I was not sure who did it. Just watch our stream. Oh, nice! I hope you enjoyed it.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who is apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Just finished the game today, keep playing to the end, you'll not be disappointed. Awesome! I'm a little bummed with the way they're treating Chihiro, all the misgendering, but otherwise I'm fairly enjoying the game. I definitely got thrown on this one about who the killer was. A lot of really good misdirections. Did not see it coming.
Which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys. Once inside,
I'm really bummed it was Mondo, though.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's
They touch on a lot of sensitive issues. Yeah.
in the boys' locker room.
And not in the most, appropriate ways, I would say. I mean, appropriate, my... not in a great way. It kind of started with Toko. It started with Toko and split personality thing. Wasn't super thrilled with that. And then just kind of continued with Chihiro. Just not thrilled with that either. I guess in a way it does make for interesting storytelling, I guess. It just bums me out that, you know, it falls under stereotypes. I do like Toko. Very interesting character overall. It just bums me out when that it keeps becoming a thing that, oh, split personality, so obviously one is violent and aggressive. It's a harmful stereotype. But overall, I enjoy the game. It's got really great... It's a really good puzzle, honestly. It's great puzzles. Great mysteries so far. Like I said, this one had a lot of really great misdirections. Oh, they did Toko dirty?
Why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Oh no, darn. Okay, I gotta fix this one. Okay. The game should be made into a movie. That would be interesting. I would be interested in seeing this as a movie. Preferably one still animated.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act.
Usually when it's live action, it's not as good.
Pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
No, really? Okay, dang it. Okay. No! Okay, it's already in... Oh, it is already an anime. That'll explain why nobody could give me a straight answer over where I could originally find this. Okay, so it's not this, and it's not that. Is it the door?
The killer is you! Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet.
I guess Dutch didn't know it was an anime either? It's on Funimation? Okay, I'll have to look for that. No! Oh, dang it. Okay. Okay, so it must be... Okay, it must be this. I think that's the only one I haven't used.
What happened? Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster.
What? No, why? What other one is it? I've used all... Okay, what... Which one is it then? It's gotta be something I've already used. Oh, girls' locker room. Frick. Okay, God, I hope this doesn't kill me. How far back will it kick me?
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the blood...
Oh, thank God, okay. Give me a little bit of life back, please.
Carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Oh, thank God.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. they changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no.
I can't believe Tagami freaking messed with the crime scene. What a dick.
Yakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
An exact adaptation. Ooh.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the
Okay, so I
back.
shouldn't watch it until I'm done with the game then, otherwise I'll get some major spoilers.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
Man, Mondo must have been really thrown when they came in to discover Chihiro's body and found it like this and not the way he said it.
Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna, and the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook, and that's how it all played out.
Whew. Oh, why Mondo? I love Mondo. Man, Dickens was right. It's all my favorite characters that die.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
I feel bad for Taka. Evidence that Mondo's a killer that already revealed itself early in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. Oh, God, another new element? Jesus. Fever time and nega time. Just beware of thumbnails. That's a good point. If you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can press RMB, LMB, RMB, LMB however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. This only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so you make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it would be fair if you only got if only you got access to special time, right? So you've also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. Okay, you know what? Let me double check. Oh wait, can I save? I can save. No, I can't. Dang it. Okay. Okay, I was gonna see if I can look up, remind myself how to do this. Action difficulty set to gentle. Opponent won't use nega time. Good luck. Have fun. Okay, hang on. Can I double check my keys? How to do this, please? Oh, he's the one free. Oh, God.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong.
Oh, wait, I think I'm getting it. Okay.
I refute you. False.
Okay, I'm doing a lot better this time.
I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong.
I can't see anything.
I won't listen. I refute you.
There's nothing here.
False.
Fuck, is this the nega thing? Wait, what? No! Crap! Okay, crap. Well, hopefully that's... What? No! What?
Is this really...
Oh, come on! Okay,
I refuse to give up yet.
can I pick up where I was? Okay, no, I already... Okay. But he started using that negative, like, I couldn't...
Show me some evidence. You're wrong.
Alright, hang on. You have to press the buttons in rhythm. Failing to hit a statement count as a miss. Explode. If the god reaches 0, you will fail a case. You can eventually perform a combo. Get your combo to certain tempo up on the flip side. Okay, lock on, right? As chance to lock onto an enemy statement. Attack with the left mouse button. Deal damage to the enemy. Okay, hang on. Take damage to your influence gauge whenever your opponent's statements explode. If this gauge reaches 0, you fail a case. This indicates the current tempo. You have to press buttons in rhythm. Failing to hit a statement in time will count as a miss. If you're able to keep up with the rhythm... Does it matter what button I hit? Because I was hitting my mouse keys. If you're able to keep up with the rhythm, you can eventually perform a combo. Get your combos past a certain level, and the rhythm will change, resulting in a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep on missing, it results in tempo down. You lock on with the right mouse button and attack with the left mouse button. Reload with the tab key. Press the tab key and tap with the rhythm to reload your bullets. Each button press will reload one bullet. If your difficulty is set to kind, you will not have to reload. Target the same with the truth bullet. I'll shift. Lock on. Select truth bullet, activate fever time. This is really cute.
I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
Don't understand this game, this mini game.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen.
Yeah, I don't understand this.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. Show me.
This should prove it.
Oh, did I get it? Oh, thank God, I think I got it.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh, he's admitting it.
I did it. I killed him.
Her.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
Aww.
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, Taka. Taka's annoying, but I feel bad for him. He'd finally gotten, like, close with Mondo. They were bros.
Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the
Dreadfully wrong one.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh gosh. All my favorite ones. I am unhappy.
What?
Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotako chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then,
Well, looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
The story of murder this time is a sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young... Jesus Christ. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Or they could have understood. Like, oh my god. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
what?
And yet...
I'm sorry. But...
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance. I'm gonna get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it'd be a good idea to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask him to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
it was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were, so Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. How does moving the body keep a secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun suspecting his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess I can see that. I mean, it still kind of bothers me. No matter what, I didn't want anyone to know, so that's what triggered it after all. I kind of wish I had known more about the whole arc with Chihiro's death, so I could have put an appropriate warning on it, like a trigger warning for anybody coming in. Because I know I didn't want to make anybody uncomfortable. I probably should have edited my stream title or something. But yeah. The possibility of having your memories and secrets exposed. That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone. It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Like, the game overall, as far as, like, mechanics and, like, the mystery aspect and solving, like, that's great. Some of the writing is problematic. How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome, I guess it depends on how you pronounce it, of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why I gotta get stronger than Daya. Once, just one time, no matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Lying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He'd never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong, yep, he's gonna repeat that. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
'Cause I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had, so I was jealous of him, and that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a
And
bitch.
stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down on the ground. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. Thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Oh, fuck off, Monokuma. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you. Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now, because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution? That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Oh dear, here it comes. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Yeah, he's on a bike. What the heck is gonna happen? Oh my god, even Monokuma has a freaking pompadour. What the hell? Oh yeah, hang on. Oh no! No! Oh no! Fuck! Oh my god. I screwed up. I was trying to get my sound. Shit! Is it possible to go back and look at cutscenes? God damn it! Fuck! God damn it. Alright, well let's see if we can reopen that. Too mad now to actually read anybody's crap. No, it's okay. It's not your fault. I should have known better. Shut up, Tagami.
However,
What?
Oh god, shut up, Tagami. I fucking hate you.
Honestly, there is nothing.
He knew Mondo did it too? Oh my god.
Well,
That's right.
I can't believe I accidentally skipped the cutscene. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up. So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene. Damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Tagami turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on. There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
I'm up next.
You
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, is not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself. You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? 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 Mean. Oh god, he's just gonna say it a bunch of times. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm gonna stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up, I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Tagami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. I hate this bear. Okay, let's... Okay, Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Please let me save. I've been streaming an extra hour longer than I normally do, and I am so hungry. Anyway, like I was saying...
This is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really
Who's this guy?
good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There will fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
Wait, what? Who is this?
Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
If you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student I made.
Woo! My. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friend.
Okay, can I please save? Okay, finally. Alright, we're actually gonna see if we can find this cutscene next time. I really need a break. Please let me save. Yes. Alright. Yeah, pre-trial prep. Alright. Oh no. Okay, no. I'm not even. Ugh. No, actually, it's my husband's birthday on Monday. We're doing a thing this weekend. Stream was not supposed to go this long, so I'm gonna be hopping off.
I know I shouldn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't.
He's already been patient enough waiting for me to stream like a whole extra an hour longer today.
Getting out of here anytime soon. It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
I need to eat some donuts. That'll cheer me up.
Okay.
Can I please just exit? That's fine, but I would like to at least end now. The game is like not even giving me a freaking chance. Can I please get out of here? Okay, I can. Alright, sorry to sound grumpy everyone, but I'm getting a little hangry at this point. Still enjoying the game. We'll probably play some more of it next week. But I will talk to you all later. We're going ahead and save, yep. And I will talk to you all later. Next stream will be next Wednesday at our usual time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Not going to do a raid today just because it's been going on so long already. But I'll talk to you all later. Bye!